also help you to navigate the more challenging situations where you might feel overwhelmed at work. So they'll be able to say, okay, have you considered approaching it like this? Have you considered reading this? I think it's a useful resource to help you through this challenging time with this project that you're working on, etc. So those are the some of the benefits of having a mentor in your life. So wouldn't you want that for yourself? I would. When I started out in my career, I didn't have anyone to mentor me, by the way. And having said that, it doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't mean that if you're over 40 that you shouldn't get a mentor, because learning never stops. And there's always someone who you can learn from. It's just about being intentional about what it is that you want to learn. So the next one that I want to talk about now is community, building a community around you. So to kick off again, how do you build a community around yourself? Like, what are the practical steps to get this community going? The first one is identifying who are the key people that you need in your life according to the industry that you're in, according to the life stage that you're in, etc., etc. Because we're all different and none of us will need the exact same support system, the exact same community around us. So reflect on the kinds of people that you want to be a part of this inner circle, let me call it. Mind you, I'm not talking about people that you're going to go and pay and then they give you a particular service that speaks to whatever area you want them to address. No, I'm talking about building relationships with people that you already know, or somebody who knows someone that can help you with a specific thing. So with myself, I'll give you the example of 3 people that play a very important role in my community, right? So the first person is a strategy person. And I'm not going to say their names, right? Because I know they're going to watch this video and they'll be like, oh my gosh, how could Maiyo tell people stuff like that about me? So I don't want to get into any dramas after this. So as I was saying, the first person is a strategist. So this person knows all things strategy. And if I give them like one little line on something that I'm thinking about, they will go and Google. They will send me links. Follow this person. Have you considered this? There's a conference happening there. All this information will come up at me. And I'm like, thank you, my strategist. You are amazing. This is exactly what I needed. The beautiful thing about identifying people's strengths is that even though to you it might seem like you're asking for too much or it's a lot of work that they're doing, to them it comes naturally. That's the great thing about identifying people's strengths. So to them, it's a walk in the park, it's a piece of cake. So they'll do this stuff for you and not necessarily feel strained or stretched in any shape or form. So identify the strengths of the people. The second person that I want to highlight is the person that is all things fabulous, all things glam relevant when it comes to what are the latest, what's the latest lingo that people are using, what's the hottest song, what's hot in fashion, what's amazing for my skin tone when it comes to makeup. And this is the person that will tell me, you need to burn those clothes now. We're tired of that look. Or they'll say, okay, let's touch up your nails a little bit. It's been a while since you did your nails. And I need that, right? Because some of these things are completely out of my world. There's no way that I would sit and say, what is the latest song in South Africa? But the reason that I do that is because it keeps me relevant to a particular target market. It keeps me up to date with what is topical, what is trending, and I'm able to participate in social activities, in conversations, etc., etc. I won't be sitting there thinking, who are they talking about? And when you're networking, it's important to be able to click with people, and those things really, really help me. So that's the second person. The third person helps me with all things related to entrepreneurship. So if I'm thinking of creating a new persona in my business, or I'm struggling with a sales strategy that I've put in place, or I want somebody's opinion on my LinkedIn post, is it landing, etc., that is my go-to person. So this person is also a fellow entrepreneur. So we share a lot of learnings between us. We mentor and coach each other, and we hold each other accountable for many of the goals that we set for our businesses. So that's such a beautiful relationship that I have as well. Now, this doesn't mean that I've neatly boxed all of these people. It simply means that I know what their strengths are, and a lot of these things tend to overlap. But when I need someone to give me input on a specific thing, and I need it urgently, I know who to call. So you need to get to that space in your life as well. And it begins with being intentional. So what are the benefits of building a community around you? Well, you get to tap into shared experiences. From the examples that I've shared, you can already see how with the entrepreneur person that I have, that we're able to share our experiences. And there's nothing as powerful as storytelling. When we hear other people's challenges, other people's victories, etc., it really inspires us to keep going. So there's that added benefit of having shared experiences. And it's also a learning opportunity. As I mentioned with the music and what's hot, what's not, I'm able to learn that from my person. And it's also accelerated learning because it's literally just having 20 minutes conversation. But imagine now if I had to Google and I had to try and figure out this thing for myself. I obviously have my biases, so I'll probably get different information to what is actually happening, what's actually trending, what's actually hot, right? So I'm able to learn. And as a result of that, then the final benefit is increased confidence, because I know that I'm in the know because I have this team of experts around me that give me this information. So it makes me feel very competent when I talk about those specific things, because I'll know that, person one said this, so it must be true because that's their strength, that is their world, and I trust them. So that confidence boost really helps me to show up more powerfully in all the different spaces that I operate in. My invitation to you is to be intentional about finding a mentor and building a community around yourself, because it will take you places you never imagined you could go. And I'm not just talking about monetary worth and business opportunities, etc., but in terms of your own personal growth, your own personal development, because your business, your career can only grow to the extent that you have grown mentally, that you have grown emotionally, academically, etc. And having a mentor and your support community around you is gold. I wish you all of the best on your journey.